Greetings everyone, Joseph James here with the Nightly Newsletter brought to you by theschooloftrade.com. Today was October 2nd, 2009. Finished up our first week of October here. I'll tell you guys, we're seeing a lot better price action, that's for sure. Before we take a look at the trades we took today, I want to remind you guys of our YouTube page, free resource online. Go to our YouTube/School of Trade. And while you're there, guys, please subscribe to that page so you get all the new videos when they come out, and rate and comment on this video. Let's take a look at our trade room totals for today. Now, I had another great day in the market today. Put 56 ticks today out of the market. Another great day. This brings our weekly total for October to 1,040. But remember, guys, we did 685 in September at the beginning of the week. So 685 plus your 1040 there's $1,700, guys. This week alone here. End of September, first week of October, guys. We are back to those old tricks again, making some great money here every day in the market. If you guys are still on the fence, guys, now is the time to talk to us about lifetime membership. Let's talk about the term of the day, guys. Profit strategy. That's our term of the day today. What is a profit strategy? Now, of course, we're all here to make profits, but did you know that you have to have a system in place to actually handle those profits? This profit strategy, guys, is a mechanical system of managing your position and taking profit. Now, of course, this goes hand in hand with your stop strategy, and both your stop strategy and your profit strategy, they combine together for your trade management strategy. Well, the first thing is you want to make this automated so you can remove the emotion from your trade management. Right? This is a very important piece of the pie, because if you're trading with emotion, you'll cut your winners early and let your losses run. So remove the emotion from your trading by having an automated profit strategy. And of course, now you also want to make sure this profit strategy is proven and consistently dependable. Make sure it's proven to be consistently dependable. It also needs to be simple and easy to follow. You need to make sure that whatever strategy you're using, you can actually use it in the heat of the battle. It's important this strategy is easy to use and simple to execute. Now remember, you want to have options on this profit strategy for different markets and different conditions. For example, a counter trend trade, right, a trade going against the short-term trend, will have a different profit strategy than a trend continuation trade, right, a trend trading with the trend. So different trade setups, different market conditions will have different profit strategies. And of course, we want to make all this automated. We never want to worry about working on this stuff in the heat of the battle. Set it up ahead of time, get it prepared to be used in the heat of the moment, and make sure it's automated. That means we don't want to have to react. We want the computer to do exactly what we tell it to do ahead of time. So for example, where to place your targets, where to move your targets, right? How to manage your trade. All of that stuff should be automated. That way you're not relying on your emotions or having to think quickly in the heat of the battle. Set it up ahead of time and let it run live in real time. Now here's an example of a profit strategy here. And of course, this kind of combines both your profit and your stop strategy for an overall trade management strategy. But you can see here, guys, on this example, if you're going to enter long on the euro at 1.4000, you'd of course use a protective stop, say 5 ticks against you. And this is where, of course, your profit strategy comes into play. You'll have 3 profit targets. You'll take your first target at, say, 5 ticks, second target at 10 ticks, and the third target at 15 ticks. Now, of course, this is an example. We would never suggest, obviously, having a fixed third target or having equidistant first and second targets like that. But a good example here is just you're going to plan out ahead of time where your profit targets are. You, of course, will also want to make sure you're aware of what you're going to do at each profit target. Now, of course, in this example, you remove 1/3 of your position at your first target, another third at your second target, and the final third at your third target. So a very simple, basic strategy here. 3 profit targets. We take a third off at the first one, a third off at the second one, and a final third off the third one. When price fills the first target, we move our stop up to our entry point. When it fills our second target, we move the stop to +5, right? Lock in more profit. And then you trail your stop to maximize your long-term gains with our very simple technique of managing that final position. But basically, guys, this is a great example, simple example here in the euro of what a profit strategy may look like. Now, of course, we're going to give you guys all this stuff in real time. We'll tell you what profit strategies look like on the euro, on the crude oil, the gold, the Russell, the DAX, pretty much, guys, any market that moves out there. We'll give you guys that profit strategy absolutely free as part of our free trial. Come on and join us tomorrow morning in our trade room. We open up on Monday morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So Monday morning, come on and join us 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Now Tuesday through Fridays, we open up at 2:45 Eastern for the European session, and then 7:45 for the U.S. session. And don't forget, guys, Tuesdays and Thursdays, we have free webinars at 11:30 a.m. Free webinars on very popular topics such as the discipline cycle, market profile, the 8 phases of the E-minis. Lots of great stuff, guys. Tuesdays and Thursdays at 11:30 Eastern Time, right there in our trade room. And as always, if today was your first day with us, make sure to grab a copy of the Beginner's Course. The Beginner's Course is going to be a very handy tool for you as you learn about our method, about our setups, our rules, our patterns, and you join us for your free 3-week trial. Let's take a look at some of the trades we took today. First trade today here was on the crude. Now, guys, we took 56 ticks out of crude this morning after 9 o'clock and before 11:30. So about 2.5 hours here of trading on the crude, 56 ticks worth in a very small amount of time. And it all came after that non-farm payroll number at 8:30. A lot of the markets were pretty quiet this morning before 8:30. If you guys are wondering why, it was because of that quarterly, very important non-farm payroll number at 8:30. Once we saw that number come out, that's when the market started to spring to life. Now, of course, being a Friday here, we were playing with a little bit of caution. We knew that Friday was going to be a little bit of a challenging day. Obviously, Fridays usually are. With the non-farm payroll number, we had to wait patiently after 8:30. Got into our first trade here on the crude oil at 9:13. Just before the 9:15 alarm went off for our 9:30 open. So we're always good to see a nice winning trade before the U.S. Open happens. If we can get a winner off in the pre-market, that pads our account for good things to come later on in the morning. So here we go. First trade, 9:13, breaker long on the crude. 65 here, 68.65 was our entry here. We took 16 ticks out of the market this one. Took our +4, 8, and then scratched out. Now you're going to see a pretty common, this is a common trade we took pretty much all day today. These breaker patterns, and of course we got our +4, +8, and then got scratched out there at our point of entry when it moved our stop up. Once again, guys, you're going to see a lot of these here today. This was the first one here at 16 ticks at 9:13. Now our second trade here was at 10:19. So about an hour later, after we of course got out of our U.S. Open at 9:30, we waited a couple minutes for the U.S. Open to kind of get all the bugs and kind of shake itself out a little bit. We started seeing crude drop a little bit here now. 10:19 here, this is a breaker short. 69.57, this is our first entry here. We took 8 ticks on this one, +4, and then scratched out for our point of entry. Only got one target there filled to +4 there on this breaker short at 57. That puts 8 ticks in our pocket. Nice 80 bucks on that winning trade. But happened just thereafter, guys, about 3 or 4 minutes later, 10:22 here. You'll see, guys, this is one of those perfect situations where we like to see the breaker short, then the two-step long. And guys, this is pretty much a picture perfect, exactly how these patterns should work out. We have the breaker short here, right, at about 10:20. We saw, of course, double bottom in price. The sellers ran out of gas. Buyers jumped in, broke above that 69.70 level, gave us this swing high here, marked with this blue line. And of course, at 22 minutes past the hour, we took this two-step long, going counter trend, but a great pattern here. 69.73 was the fill. We took 16 ticks out of this market again, 160 bucks, guys. You can see here, this thing is starting to add up pretty quickly here. 4, 8, and then scratched out at our point of entry. 16 ticks there on that two-step. So we took a breaker short with the trend, and then reversed it right up against the trend here, long with two-step long, combined for 8 + 16. Right, there's your 24 ticks there, 240 bucks there in a matter of 4 minutes there on the crude. A perfect pattern. And guys, if we could clone this and do this all day long, this would be exactly what I like to do every day here on crude. Breaker short, two-step long. Right, breaker long, two-step short, back-to-back trades like that. Works out very well. And of course, the profit and loss statement thanks us for it. Now the final trade of the day here, another 16-tick winner. This one came just before 11 o'clock. Now we knew at 11 o'clock, we knew to expect to see lunchtime sitting in quickly because it was a Friday morning, so we had to act fast. 54 minutes past the hour of 10 o'clock here on this breaker short. 69.38 was our fill. We took 4, we took 8, and then got bounced out at our point of entry once again. Again, like I said, we've seen a lot of these today, these breaker patterns. We took our +4, our +8, and then got taken out of our entry there. We're always waiting for that runner, guys. If we don't get the runner, we get taken out of our point of entry. That way, our winners never turn into a loser. I'm never going to give back any of that profit here. Now, a good example, guys, I had my final target down there just above the low of the day. I want to show you guys that for example purposes here. If you find that low of the day, put your final third target, right, just a couple ticks above that low of the day. That way you can make sure you lock in that profit if it does come down and bounce off it. And it did so later on there, about 10 minutes later. Didn't grab it, of course, but I want you guys to see that. My final target there was at the low of the day, a couple ticks above it. Now, guys, here's a great example, guys, on the gold. Can't forget about the pace to tape indicator. The pace to tape indicator, great resource for us, obviously. This one was a two-step short on the gold this morning. Just before 9 o'clock, we saw decreasing pace to tape. And, of course, once again, our rules always tell us avoid trades when we see decreasing pace to tape. That means the speed of the tape is slowing down. And, of course, our pace to tape indicator, lower right-hand corner, you can easily see that decreasing pace to tape back from yellow back down to red. And as you guys know, our rules tell us specifically what to do to take the trades, most importantly, what to do to avoid the trades. And this is a great example of how we kept that money in our pockets and didn't get fooled by the market here. The pace to tape indicator, guys, a proprietary indicator. Make sure you guys come out and join us tomorrow morning in our live trade room. Monday morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time Monday morning. Again, guys, grab a copy of the beginner's course. We'll give you guys a free 3-week trial. Please rate and comment on this video. And if you want more information about lifetime membership, guys, drop us an email, sales@schooloftrade.com. My name is Joseph James. We'll see you Monday, 7:30 a.m. Bye-bye for now.